if you look at the reality, the city is about people, and people so different. Who are rich, that is something, the skill, the place, the thing they value, and also it have nature so complex. But it's so funny that we give a job to some group of people to design the whole city, the whole environment. So we have to turn around how those professionals can create a larger process that can celebrate and embrace the diversity, the complexity, the wisdom, the life of people from different groups. And people want to share their value, their meaning, how they like, how they love about their place. It's so simple. So I think we need to find a process and platform where all the people come and learn about their city, about their community, and try to understand it and do as what we can do.
In our Asian country, there are many groups of architects to work with communities, and especially in the urban poor network. And we think, why don't we come together as a network to support each other, to learn and exchange from each other. So that's why the Thai network begin. And later on, we feel that the architect is not enough to change, to work in the city scale. So it's gradually shape our network into the group of people that want to make a better society and communities.
I think my first key learning would be that actually knowledge is everywhere. When you walk on a street, you find people, or you find street vendors, you find people selling things. And these people are just full of knowledge that you can kind of learn from. So what I really like is that we can exchange our life experience, what we've learned through living.
Yes, I think that's exchange learning, trying to understand the bigger picture of things as well. Sometimes very difficult to know how to support in the right way because we are evolving, they are also evolving. The community and the city situation is evolving. So if you're stuck with solutions, you go back to the communities and being with them and staying with them and listening. Maybe come up with something really workable.
Physical is only in the top, but in the foundation is a political aspect, economic, about the culture, about the social things, and architect needs soft skills, how to understand people, and bring together in the process of mapping, the process of designing, and until into the implementation of their project, not the architectural project.
From my experience being started as a leader is that you discover your own skills. You also want to know more, how to experience more with the community. And I believe that teaching community is not a quick process, but discover their skill and develop that ability towards how you will address the issue.
We want to create not one leader, but we want to create a collective of leaders. And not just men, but also lots of women in this collective leadership who are able to solve their problems jointly, who are able to be very clear of what they can do and cannot do, so that you're bringing strategic change at a larger level that builds this momentum. And I think that's dependent on people like you and me. How we do that, how we train our leaders to engage with other people without feeling threatened about their space.
To me, I think not one professional or not one practitioner could hold the understanding of the whole complexity of reality. And therefore, it's not a time of competition anymore. We are not competing with each other, but rather we work with each other towards similar direction that we are going together.
Everything that we learn in college is actually very formal, and we think that that's not enough. There's something more about architecture that we got in college. We have to enrich our knowledge from every single element like history, environmental and everything.
I think co-creation is you not lead the process, but you allow yourself to be a part of larger process. Sometimes you really don't know how to move on, but you believe in people, you believe in your friend, you believe in nature, and then you just come to the discussion. Little by little, we all learn.
Yeah, co-creation I think is together, creating together, also valuing individual. If we do the small things correctly by the people and they know everything about that small thing beautifully, scale those things up, connect through this network, then it's big. Immediately it's big. So they can teach other cities. They are teaching big organizations about that thing, that happiness.